Hello guys, this is Aroid of Force, and today I will show you my first build on NBA 2K24. It's a traditional big man, a big man that is very versatile, can do pretty much everything on the court, everything that you expect the center to do on the court. Can shoot, has great defense, good physicals, and of course also finish inside. And another thing that is very special about the build, that it has good pass accuracy, which is very useful if you wanna just pass the ball after the rebound. It took me quite some time to find the build, and I think it's maybe, if not the best, one of the best center builds that I have ever created on NBA 2K. So leave a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and let's dive right into it. So here we are, that's the build. Glass cleaning interior threat. I like the name also because it has like a catfish character, and you might think if you only see the name that it's a pure inside big man, but the build can shoot, and it can shoot actually pretty well, as you will see at the end of the video. I will show you also a couple of clips from me performing on this build playing on this build in the park and also in the rec. And it's the perfect build for people that want to just make one center build that is an all-rounder, and especially useful if you are playing rec with randoms, for example. So I will show you how to make the build. Here we are, the glass cleaning interior thread. So let's make a new build, create your own. We will go handedness right, jersey number doesn't matter. Let's go, what do you think? Number 15 for Nikola Jokic. Position is center, and the height. So I actually also looked at 7-foot builds because I really think that the 7-foot builds are pretty good actually this year. But for this specific build, I think 7'1" is better actually. So the wingspan, if you max it out, and here comes the tricky part about the build, and go 7'1", max out the wingspan, and you go here to 249 pounds in order to get 90 strength for the gold brick wall and the box out beast on Hall of Fame. As you can see here, if I go lower, I lose brick wall and box out beast. So pretty much all the centers, or most of the centers, if for me, if I'm in for example competitive pro-am center chats, most of the centers, they went with 90 strength, and I also think that that's the threshold to make like a competitive 5v5 center. If you go lower, you lose brick wall and box out beast Hall of Fame. But what I did, and that makes this build so unique, is that I did not go max wingspan. I always hate it on centers to not go max wingspan, but in this case I will show you afterwards why exactly I went with one tick below max wingspan. So basically, if you go to 7 foot and max out the wingspan, it's 7'10". If you go 7'1" and max out the wingspan, it's 7'1". 7'10" is what I went with, and then here the strength, or it's 247 pounds in order to get 90 strength. So we click on continue, and now if I max out my 3-pointer here at 75, I get deadeye on bronze, and I get open looks on silver. Both badges I think are very useful, very nice badges to have, especially as a spot up shooter. At 74 you lose it. So I would have to here invest a lot in my 3-point shot in order to get here at 75. I get deadeye on bronze, and keep in mind, you don't have to grind for those bronze badges. You just get them when you make the build, and equip or put the attribute points on 75 in this case, you get the badges immediately, and you will not lose the badges if you are not using the badge frequently. So here, open looks on 75 and deadeye on 75. So I can put that back down to 60. Mid-range, of course, is nice to have, but I think for a competitive center, or the trade-off is not that good, if to be honest, if you can invest those points in other areas. So 7'10", standing dunk. Let's put that to 81 for precision dunker. Here, the close shot, very high close shot, which is really nice. 84 close shot for measure on gold, and whistle on silver. Of course, you already get the fast twitch at, I think it's 81. Yeah, 81. At 81. And if you would not put the close shot at 81, here you would have to upgrade the standing dunk to 83, which I think is pretty useless, to be honest, because if you upgrade the close shot to 84. So here, driving dunk, the animations you get this year at 80, there are some special animations, but to be honest, if you want to make a purely slashing center, you should choose another height. And now here is where the magic happens for me, I think, because if you upgrade your post control to 75, you get a couple of very nice badges. Here at 74, you get hook specialist on gold. At 75, you get drop stepper on silver and unpluckable on bronze, which is very nice. So basically, you can have all the close shot you want. This year, you cannot get those post specific badges if you are not upgrading the post control, which is amazing. I love it, because last year, for example, you had high close shot rating. All you had to do was run inside and take a post hook, for example. So 75 post control, which is also very nice if you upgrade your strength to 90. Imagine, you can just back down your opponent if you are playing against a smaller player, and you have a mismatch immediately inside and can just drop step the smaller opponent. Here, pass accuracy. This is different from most of the other centers you will see, especially if you look at the poppers that are created, or most players create. Here, 86 pass accuracy for gold break starter, and we will just leave the ball handle as it is. Go to interior defense, put that to 77 for our anchor on gold. The defensive rebound, we will put that to 93 for box out beast hall of fame, and the offensive rebound, we will put that to 78 for post playmaker, which is very nice combined with the 86 pass accuracy. Now the steal, we will put that to 60 for bronze interceptor, and the perimeter defense to 50, just to have a little bit of perimeter defense in order to also, of course, guard the pick and roll. Of course, this build is very tall. It's not ideal to guard the pick and roll, but if you play rec, for example, it's enough. Actually, I played a couple of games and it was amazing to play pick and roll defense with this build. And the speed, we will put the speed to 59. Yeah, we max speed with 90 strength on this build, with max wingspan or with the 710 wingspan will always be 60, will be the maximum speed, but I'll have to put it to 59 in order to get everything that I want from this build. So here, the vertical at 68 you get a silver pogo stick, and at 70 you get bronze posterizer, which is also nice to have. I will put the stamina to 50 and will put the remaining points on the free throw. Free throws are very difficult this year. So yeah, I like to have it on 60 at least. So that's the build. A very nice center build. I love it actually. It's nice to play on different game modes. So let's see. Shades of, and I love those comparisons here. Vlade Divac, Yusuf Nurkic, and Victor Wembanyama. So playmaking, finishing, and rebounding are on display here. A very nice build. So now I want to show you why I think that 7'1" is the perfect height for a build like that. Just look at the trade-off for the 7-foot version, for example. Let's go on edit build. And one thing they added this year is that they gave us the possibility to just switch heights here in order to see how the build is compared to a center build, for example, with a 7-foot height. Let's go here. We would have to max out our wingspan 7'10". 7'10". Keep in mind, we had the 7'10" wingspan on the 7'1" build, so a taller build with a 7-foot wingspan, and we can't even get our 75 3-pointer here. So that's already worse. So we would have to lower it to 7'9", and here we have everything is the same. Now 59 speed was my build. Now we can equip the put this 3-point shot to 75, and we can't even get measure on gold on 84. So we would have to lower the wingspan, the stamina by 1, and now we can get the close shot to 84. So it's not worth it. And now I will show you also a little bit of gameplay. Let's have a look at finishing first. So I decided to upgrade my close shot, and combined with the post control, you have the ability here to, of course, also equip all those beautiful post badges. Hook specialist, for example, and I really like taking post hooks. At the beginning of the year, post hooks were broken, but also after the patch, I was able to just use the post hooks. And here you see post moves, post hooks, everything in one play. Very nice play here, very nice clip. I just took those post hooks quite a lot at the beginning of the game. It's 4 days now since the game, or 5 days since the game came out when the moment I'm recording this video. But here also after the offensive rebound, it's nice to have close shot. Of course, since you can just mash inside against the smaller opponent. But of course also against taller centers. It's a 7'1" build with gold masher. It's amazing. Really useful here. You see the drop step and the contact dunk against 2 defenders. Here against a very good power forward, Pro-Am, competitive Pro-Am power forward, actually my former teammate. And here you see me get the contact dunk in the park. And the close shot is very nice. You see here how big the meter is. You can really use it to your advantage against smaller players. The driving dunk is there, so if the opponent just catches up and gets the contest on the 3-point line, you can just run inside and get the easy dunk. Yeah, just very good finishing. Here you see the standing dunk. 80 standing dunk is amazing if you want to finish inside after the pick and roll, but it can also catch lobs. Here you see me catch the alley-oop. Just a very good all-around tall finishing center. Let's have a look at shooting next. Yeah, it took me a while to get a good 3-point or a good jump shot. I found a very good jump shot now, and now I'm shooting consistently with a 75 3-pointer. Of course, you don't get the fastest jump shots in the game, but I love the jump shot that I found. It's also displayed it on a video on my channel, so feel free to check it out. Here also with takeover, limitless. And of course, it's so nice to have a shooting big on the court and for everyone involved, because it just gives everyone else so much space. Let's have a look at playmaking next. Of course, this build has 86 pass accuracy, and I now have upgraded have break starter on silver, also on this clip you just saw, but at the beginning, even with break starter bronze, it was super nice. Here you see the lobs that I'm throwing, and also out of the post is a good lob option, or it gives me the possibility to just feed the cutter. Here the super good fast breaks that lead to assists or to direct points, as you will see, for example here. Yeah, I'm very happy with my pass accuracy. Now let's have a look at defense and rebounding. Of course, with gold anchor, I have the possibility to get a lot of blocks. Really nice to play in the rack, for example, with randoms. Sometimes I think I had like 9 blocks in one game, and yeah, it's super easy to also upgrade the anchor to gold if you play rack, because you get blocks like this from behind, block the monster dunk. And yeah, of course, with the 7'1" height and the 7'10" wingspan, I'm also able to get a lot of passing lane steals. So yeah, a very good all-around tall center build for 5v5 game modes. I hope you liked the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. See you next time. Bye guys. May the force be with you.